standard information regarding the Space Launch System and Orion capsule of the Artemis program. NASA's most recent and most potent launch vehicle, the Artemis Mega-Moon rocket, is designed to bring astronauts, robots, and supplies back to the Moon for the first time in more than 50 years. It comprises a multistage rocket called the Space Send-Off Framework, SLS, which can convey different extra modules on it, for example, the Orion group vehicle that houses space travelers during flight. The SLS launched for the first time on November 16, 2022, at 1:47 a.m. ET from NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida. The rocket finally took off after 3 failed launches and months of delay. The Orion crew capsule detonated shortly thereafter to embark on an unmanned 26-stage journey to the Moon and back. The container reappeared in Earth's environment and effectively sprinkled down off the shoreline of Baja California, Mexico on December 11, 2022. That marked the official conclusion of Phase 1 of the NASA Artemis mission, which will eventually bring humans back to the Moon for the first time in more than 50 years. Ares V, a heavy-lift, 2-stage, vertically stacked launch system that NASA claims can carry approximately 287,000 pounds, 130,000 kilograms, to low Earth orbit or 143,000 pounds, 65,000 kilograms, to the Moon, is the inspiration for the SLS. According to the space agency, Ares V was a part of the Constellation program, which was started during the George W. Bush administration to send people back to the Moon. According to the Planetary Society, Constellation was deemed too expensive, but in 2010, President Barack Obama signed the NASA Authorization Act of 2010 into law, directing NASA to develop the Space Launch System, an Ares V-like rocket. Albeit the SLS is planned for use in manned missions, the Artemis mission to send people past the low Earth circle interestingly beginning around 1972 has experienced various deferrals. According to NASA, the SLS is a super heavy lift launch vehicle that can transport astronauts to all parts of the solar system, including Mars and the Moon. The agency can undertake ever more ambitious missions because it can be organized into a number of evolvable and more powerful configurations. A core stage with a diameter of 27.6 feet, 8 meters, and a height of more than 212 feet, 65 meters, makes up the rocket. The core stage will weigh 5.75 million pounds, 2.6 million kilograms, and be 322 feet, 98 meters, tall when capped by the crew capsule Orion. This makes it taller than the Statue of Liberty. The SLS can reach speeds of 24,500 miles per hour, 40,000 kilometers per hour, thanks to 2 strapped solid rocket boosters on its sides. This is fast enough to escape Earth's gravity and reach the Moon or beyond. 4 RS-25 engines, which were used to launch the Space Shuttle, power the core stage. The Houston Space Center says that these engines, which use liquid oxygen and liquid hydrogen, produce 8.8 million pounds, 4 million kilograms, of thrust when combined with the additional solid rocket boosters. This is more than the 7.8 million pounds, 3.5 million kilograms, of thrust produced by the Space Shuttle system. NASA claims that the SLS can carry 59,500 pounds, 27,000 kilograms, to the Moon in its initial Block 1 configuration. The next configuration, Block 1B Crew, will include a powerful exploration upper stage that will increase the rocket's height and provide an additional 97,000 pounds, 44,000 kilograms, of thrust. This will make the rocket taller than the Saturn V rocket that carried the Apollo astronauts to the Moon. The crew of Block 1B can transport 83,700 pounds, 38,000 kilograms, into deep space, enabling researchers to transport supplies and experiments to Mars or beyond. Block 2, the most advanced configuration that is currently being planned, will be able to lift more than 101,400 pounds, 46,000 kilograms, into deep space and produce 9.5 million pounds, 4.3 million kilogram, of thrust. NASA intends for the SLS's Block 2 configuration, which will be 365 feet, 111 meters, tall, to serve as the primary workhorse for missions throughout the solar system. According to NASA, the Orion spacecraft provides power, life support, and crew for up to 4 astronauts. The crew module has a diameter of 16.5 feet, 5 meters, and a height of 11 feet, 3.3 meters, giving it 316 cubic feet, 9 cubic meters, of interior space, which is significantly more than the 3 Apollo astronauts had on their moon missions. The vehicle is made essentially from aluminum amalgams, as per NASA, with an external layer of 1,300 warm security silica tiles like the ones utilized on the underside of the space transport. Orion will be traveling at a shrill 25,000 miles per hour, 40,000 kilometers per hour, and reaching temperatures as high as 5,000 degrees Fahrenheit, 2,760 degrees Celsius, which is more than half as hot as the surface of the Sun. The bottom of the capsule contains a large heat shield to protect the crew as they re-enter the atmosphere of Earth. The Orion capsule has 4 seats that can be adjusted, water dispensers, a microwave for reheating food, exercise equipment to keep the crew fit while on missions, air filters, and a small toilet. The capsule's floor will have 2 large lockers where astronauts can hide from potentially harmful solar radiation. The Artemis program of NASA aims to send the first woman and first person of color to the moon by 2026 and eventually establish a permanent crewed presence on our natural satellite. SLS and Orion are both parts of this program. NASA carried out a wet dress rehearsal of the SLS in June 2022, during which engineers loaded it with fuel and faked counting down. Despite the fact that a hydrogen leak forced the rehearsal to be postponed with just 29 seconds remaining on the countdown clock, officials claim that the test yielded numerous useful insights. The Artemis II mission, right now planned for 2024, will take space explorers around the moon yet not land them there. NASA hopes to send people to the moon with the Artemis III mission if that one succeeds. Well, that's it for today. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. If you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments section. And if you enjoy our content, and never want to miss a video, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching.